the handling of that data needs to be done in a really secure way.
Hi, I'm Vikram and I'm back here today with Dan again. We have been talking about the lessons learned and best practices for API-led integration projects using MuleSoft as a platform. We have, in our previous episodes, spoken about how do you get started and then how do you set up your governance and reusability. Today, we want to focus about how do you secure your environment. Welcome, Dan.
Hi again, Vikram.
Hi. So, I think most businesses have come to terms with using cloud as their platform in the last few years. However, there is still a lot of reluctance in exposing their back office systems to the APIs built on the cloud. What would you say to them they need to do to ensure security is in place?
I think there's a natural nervousness within organisations about connecting cloud platforms with on-premise legacy systems. At the end of the day, this is business critical data, and the handling of that data needs to be done in a really secure way. I think you can look at this from an infrastructure point of view, but it's also important to consider security of the application and the APIs themselves.
Right. So we know this is quite crucial for businesses to expose their APIs and their data, not necessarily to just external sources, they could do that, but also within their business, different business domains. So what infrastructure best practices they should put in place for that?
The customers that we're engaging with are all starting out on this journey, adopting Mule4, which is cloud-based platform. MuleSoft offers this Cloud Hub capability based on AWS, which comes with state-of-the-art capability for securing environments. Most of our customers are adopting a VPC, Virtual Private Cloud configuration, which ultimately just acts as an extension of your internal network. An IPsec VPN is configured so that users can connect securely from on-premise out to the cloud platform. And I think it's really important to get those foundations right from the outset to make the data secure. I think the other thing to consider as well is that customers also are adopting multiple cloud technologies here.
Right.
And one of our customers have also implemented VPC peering between different cloud platforms. So one of our existing customers have MuleSoft out on the AWS platform. They also have Pega as a case management tool, which is also running on AWS. So to prevent the need to come back into their internal network, to go out again to the Pega environment, we've identified a way of putting some VPC peering in place so that the communication can happen directly between those cloud environments.
Okay, so VPC can protect their multi-cloud or their back office to the cloud environments, but how about the nitty-gritty of it? How about the development of or setup of this practice then?
Yeah, in addition to the infrastructure side, it's really important to secure your applications and your APIs on top of Cloud Hub. So from a best practice point of view, there's a number of things that we would do at the outset and considerations from a design perspective that we would put in place to make sure those APIs are secure. Using client ID and secret is a no-brainer, and it is an easy way of wrapping some security around your APIs. We also leverage the IP whitelisting capability to ensure that communication is only accepted from certain machines, devices. We also put important steps in place to do things like encryption of passwords within the application itself. So MuleSoft comes with capability to secure properties, which gives you this additional encryption. Properties can be viewed, the name of those properties can be viewed through the runtime manager, but the passwords themselves cannot be viewed in any sort of form given the level of encryption in place. We also try and encrypt through all the layers of MuleSoft components as well. So I think making sure
Is it different to the encryption of application?
Yeah, well, what we try and do is, in addition to encrypting those key properties such as passwords, we ensure that we have full encryption of the data that is moving through the layers of the MuleSoft platform. So we talked before about having an API-led architecture, the three-tier concept of experience, process, system APIs. One of the key things that we would do is ensure that that data is fully encrypted through each of those layers of the platform.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, security, how do you secure your environment? Like Dan said, consider VPC, IPsec with VPN, client ID and secret, and encryption. And most importantly, I should say, choose the platform which enables you to do all that. Thank you very much for joining us today. Next, we will talk about scalability of these programs. See you then.